Fox 5K, Mike Straka here with Peter Moore, president of EA Sports, EA MMA. A big year in 2010, right?
That's right, yeah. Today, obviously, we announced Randy Couture joining Fedor in the game, and we're going to be ready to go. So we're excited. The game's being developed in our Tiburon studio in Orlando, where Madden and Tiger Woods are developed, and in our second year of development. So yeah, 2010 can't come fast enough for us.
And we know that Madden is a real small game in the video game world. How are you going to take that kind of marketing power and apply it to MMA?
Well, one thing we always do is build authenticity, and clearly, you know, our tagline is "It's in the game," and the ability for us to be able to bring what is now close to 20 years of experience in driving sports video games to mixed martial arts is going to be very important to us. So we see that as a huge competitive advantage.
Now, of course, everybody's talking about, especially the blogosphere, about the war between UFC and EA Sports. How are you going to manage that? How are you going to come to terms with that?
Not really my issue. We're very focused on what we need to do, have greatest respect for both the sport and, quite frankly, for what UFC has done and in particular what Dana's done. But, you know, we bring a lot of experience in the world of sports video games. We also think we bring a lot of credibility to a sport when we enter it. We don't do it lightly. We put a lot of marketing dollars behind it, as I said, but more importantly, we make great games. And so we think it's good for the sport.
Now, when you take Madden, for instance, and you apply that to a box office receipt, for instance, Spider-Man 3 is probably the only film that grossed as much in an opening weekend as Madden did. Sure. So when you look at those kind of numbers, what does that bring to the sport of MMA when EA Sports gets involved? Well,
you know, I think the two things we're going to bring is continued authenticity of the sport itself. There's still people out there that really don't view this as a legitimate sport. And once somebody like ourselves gets in, invests the type of money that we do in our R&D, make sure we put the right marketing and make it more mass market rather than simply focus on the core, but really bring this out as we do Madden. Madden's bigger than a video game. It's a cultural phenomenon. And our goal long term, obviously, is to apply the same tactics to MMA.
Now, if you believe Dana White, he says that he came to you guys first, you guys turned him down, then you saw what THQ did, it did very well, and now you guys are in the game. How do you respond to something like that?
Well, a couple of things. First of all, Dana had come to EA well before I was there, so it's probably at least 3 years ago before Dana and I believe Lorenzo came to EA, and I guess at that point we passed on the game. We put our game into development close to 2 years ago, so it's not as if we waited to see how successful the UFC game was with THQ and then suddenly decided to turn on the tap. Games aren't built that way. It takes 2 to 2.5 years to build a game from scratch, build a game engine from scratch. And so we pretty much kicked this game off as soon as I arrived in late 2007. But the facts are that UFC signed a deal with THQ in January of 2007. So obviously I think any meetings that happened at EA would have been 2006 or sooner.
Okay, so a fight that a lot of people wanted to see in real life is Randy Couture versus Fedor. Now you can make that happen in EA MMA, correct?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like we do in Fight Night right now with Muhammad Ali versus Mike Tyson. Was never obviously going to happen in real life, but based upon certainly the great work our team has done, I don't know if you've played Fight Night, but it's a spectacular game. You can play Muhammad Ali in his prime versus Mike in his prime. No different here with Randy versus Fedor. Chances are that's not going to happen in real life, but certainly when we get the game done, finally MMA fans will be able to match two of the greatest fighters in the world together in the game.
Now, we also what happened with Affliction, where they put a lot of dollars behind their promotion. They failed. They closed up shop. Now they're back in UFC as a T-shirt sponsor. There's a lot of smoke and mirrors behind MMA when it comes to revenue. How does EA bring that revenue in and not fail?
Well, I mean, we've been doing this for a long time. We're close. You know, this is Madden's 21st year, so it's not as if we're about 2 or 3 years into this. We're obviously a huge company. EA Sports alone is $1 billion plus every single year. We know how to bring video games to market, and I think the most important thing here, Mike, is that we're a global company. So it's not that we're relying on one single market. When we go to market, particularly with a game like this, we'll go to market in the 70 countries we distribute in. And then on top of that, online is becoming more and more important every single day for us. And so being able to connect MMA fighters and fans from around the world is going to be key to this. And so we know what we're doing.
Now, you talk about Madden a lot, and Madden has been the key player or the linchpin of that NFL game. When you look at MMA, is there one person that you can name your game after and you can really peg that game to that person?
Probably not. I mean, we're certainly very proud to have both Randy and Fedor in the game. There'll be a lot more fighters announced over the coming months, but I think the idea here is for us to build an overall umbrella for the sport itself. We're not in the business of singularly promoting individual fighters, and so our goal is to raise visibility for the sport, give it more authenticity, give it a lot more legitimacy than some uninformed sources probably give it right now, and we think having an overall umbrella of EA Sports MMA is the best way to do that.
All right, and what is, finally, your best case scenario for the EA MMA game? Is it more media? Is it a mainstream network distribution model for the MMA sport? What would be your ideal?
Well, I think that certainly the sport of mixed martial arts right now is growing in both legitimacy, certainly the scope. I was in Europe, actually I got home last night. I go back again tomorrow. And every time I go, I see more and more examples of whether it's Japanese fighters coming over to the European circuits in fighting, but more and more, I've seen it in the last 5 years. This is something now that is a sport that, whilst it's not going to challenge soccer or anything like that right now, that is a sport that is the sport of the future. It's the fighting sport of the future. We're delighted that we can have a strategy where our boxing title and our mixed martial arts title can alternate every single year. And I think the ability for us to be able to provide both the legitimacy of who we are as EA Sports coming into this, as well as our marketing power, helps the sport enormously.
One last thing. I know I said finally before. EA has a lot of power advertising-wise, and I know that advertising equals content. So when you take your advertising dollars and say, okay, if I can get a show that covers MMA, or if I have a network that airs MMA, we can put our advertising dollars behind that. Do you think that's going to eventually help the sport grow?
We're going to invest in the sport, there's no doubt. Tonight, as you can see, we're on the mat. We're on one of the posts, and we've got 3 fighters wearing EA Sports gear. So this is just the beginning. We're still probably a year away from shipping the title, and yet we're already investing in the sport. We'll continue to do that in the same way we do it in Madden, the same way we do it in Europe with FIFA, and of course with NBA and NHL. MMA will be no different.
This is Peter Moore, president of EA Sports, and if you're an MMA fan, this is nothing but really, really good news for the sport. Thank you, Peter.
My pleasure, Mike. Thanks very much.